This is the Inspired Journey podcast, a mother and daughter growing across generations, having honest conversations about life, faith, and rising into who we're meant to be. Let's dive into today's conversation. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Inspired Journey podcast. I'm your host, Cache, and my co-host and mom, Karen. And today we are talking about a special topic to us, and that is our relationship. We'll be doing a two-part series. So this first part of the series, we'll be talking about where we came from, and the next series will be about where we're at and what we are doing to strengthen and keep our relationship. So to start off, when I was younger, I was a very unhealthy child where mom hadn't mom was starting her journey. I had not been on my own yet, but where I was definitely not the nicest and most fun kid to be around, where I think mom definitely probably struggled a bit more. That's where she probably struggled a bit to understand and like know how to deal with me. Like, is that how you were feeling?
I think we struggled to understand each other.
Yeah.
This is going to be coaching and it's going to be relationship here. And I knew this but didn't know it. But in the coaching mentorship, um, when we talked about like the different how thoughts create feelings and then we act from our feelings. And so it was really brought to my attention how as parents we want our kids' actions to make our feeling line good.
Hmm.
And so we both were misunderstood because I wanted her actions to reflect or make me feel good when I reflect back on this.
Yeah.
It's like I wanted your actions to make me feel good.
Hmm.
And all you wanted was to be heard.
Yeah, to be heard, and where we had it, where we both wanted to be heard, we both want to be understood, but neither of us listened, and
And
well, yeah, neither of
I'm
us.
still, even now, like actually right in this moment, I feel a little bit at you. I want you to make our problems go away. Okay? I'm too tired of dealing with them. I want
Yeah.
you to come up with inspiration instead of me.
Yeah.
And that's being,
Yeah.
that's my drama. That's not your problem.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
my problem that I want you to come up with inspiration.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you know what? That's like probably one of the biggest things that we have ever learned,
Yeah.
or I have learned, I should say, as a parent, is to make sure that I am not expecting your action line to make my feeling line good.
Yeah.
So I'm never gonna do this, but here we go. Listen here, moms. Just because you're older and just because you can be the boss does not always mean you're right. But you
Hmm.
can't always make someone be something. And when you're like that, you're not being humble and you're not being open. So how can you hear what someone else wants to say? Okay,
Yeah.
that is actually kind of weird. That's quirky. But no, that's true
Yeah.
because I just feel like so much, so back of where we came from, we get off topic here.
Hmm. Yeah.
We're gonna start a second podcast called Rabbit Trail. But back of where we came from, and it's like I'm tired, I was angry, I was victim mode, and you know what? I wanted something different. I knew I wanted something different, but I didn't have the, I don't know if it'd be capacity or I didn't have the mindset. I do know that.
Grown quite yet. You hadn't learned and hadn't, yeah, quite.
I was coming through the city of destruction.
Just a tad bit.
And I wanted to live in Vanity Fair. Okay,
And
that's not a joke, but
but at the same time, it's just like we have our own growing spaces and our like where we had to learn. Like you hadn't gone through or you hadn't like been taught how to think yet. And
right.
you were still
Right.
learning and you were going through, and that probably frustrated you because then you're like, why can't you think? Like or learn to
Right.
think for yourself or yeah.
Right. And the thing is that it was a new journey. I mean,
Hmm.
motherhood was new. It's like you got all your little kids. I had four little kids. it wasn't no big deal. It was actually pretty easy having four little kids.
Yeah.
It's easy. It would be easier. It was easier having four little kids than having kind of cool,
Yeah.
just one little
As a
kid.
little kid.
Um, but yeah, and then it's like, then I started getting middle school kids. And
Hmm.
that was really hard because I had not grown into new systems yet either.
Yeah.
I hadn't grown into having middle school kids, and therefore I rebelled against myself,
Yeah, exactly.
and I had expectations. We've talked
Hmm.
about expectations,
Talk about expectations.
and those aren't good to have
Yeah, exactly.
because that goes right back to expecting someone else's actions to make you feel good
Yeah.
when really we have to just
And when you put
learn to
so
deal with the negative.
yeah, when you put so many expectations on yourself too, then yeah, if you don't meet those expectations, you feel like, oh, I've just let myself down, I've let whoever down, and then
Hmm.
that slowly chips away at your self-trust.
Yeah. In the coaching, like I was on the verge of launching a coaching business,
Hmm.
but I just was not at peace with it. And
Yeah.
I knew that there was more work to do at home and I wanted to be more present with my kids.
Yeah.
And so that is why the coaching business has gone on hold for a couple of years.
Hmm.
If, I mean, unless God knocks on the door a different way.
Yeah, exactly.
Um, but yeah, okay, I coach my team, but like scheduled
Yeah.
coaching. Um,
But this is like where I feel like where we are like have come to where we are now.
mhm,
We have gone through a lot. The journey has been crazy, and it's like still I feel like we've gone through it's the valley of I'm not exactly sure since we're rolling along with those analogies, but I feel like we have gone through so many valleys, up so many mountains. I'm just like, Lord, when will this roller coaster be over? And I think we had a pause where he just let us like have this smooth sail, and he's like, we're about to go on a couple loops. You just gotta hold it and you gotta trust
yeah.
me.
But see, it's through those valleys and valleys and the hills that we grow,
Mm-hmm.
you know, because my coach always told me is that, that there'll always be another set of problems
Yeah.
and they're not going to go away.
Yeah. Because
So
with
that's where we have to learn to be okay with not feeling good,
yeah,
with all the valleys and stuff.
exactly.
So, yet I have no idea where this is going
Quite
on our
either.
personal relationship, other than
But
we have been through a lot of valleys, but we've also been on the hills. And I think that my message to you is that you know what? Be open and be humble. So
mhm.
as from a mom, let's go with that. From a mom standpoint and from a kid standpoint,
Yeah,
as a teenage daughter, because we're breaking the cycles, we're breaking
mm,
the trends, we're
exactly.
not listening to what other people have to offer of um
Of those annoying bratty teenagers.
yeah, I mean you hear it in the store. When the
Mhm.
Costco cart's loaded and they're like, you must be feeding an army or something. It's like, oh, we just got six kids and they're just like, oh, teenagers, just wait for those teenagers years. And you
Mhm.
guys, I don't know, I'm still waiting for those
So we're
for
wait.
those teenage years. And
Yeah,
but you know what though? They would have came, but we were open to change.
yeah. And
And I'm gonna share this actually. So I just remember Cole was just born and we were living over there and Cassie came and she told me, I don't love you. Or I don't love you. That I don't love her. So however she would say that to me, that I don't love her. Okay. And I just remember being like, oh my word. Okay. It just like scared me because I'm like, I don't even know how to handle this. And I'm like, wait. I was on coaching earlier. And you know what? I was able to teach her then too, that you know what, honey, there is no proof that I
yeah,
don't like you, that I don't love you.
yeah,
Okay. And so, you know what, though? That was a very humbling moment for me because I learned then that, you know what? My actions are not aligned. they're not Christ-like. But I also then was able to tell you of how believing the stories we tell ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's huge.
Mm-hmm.
To be able to realize that. And you know what? I just got roasted the other day from my business coach.
Yeah.
I got roasted and she's like, "What stories do you like to tell yourself? What's your favorite lie?"
What
And I'm
is your favorite
like,
lie?
"My favorite lie is that I'm not an inspiration. I don't like myself. I'm overwhelmed.
Exactly. Yeah.
He doesn't sleep." Okay.
Yeah.
So anyway, so that there, I think, was my first coaching moment with you. And
Yeah.
then for you, then you were not open to that at the
Yeah.
moment.
Yeah.
But I do believe that we sat there for like over an hour and I went through the coaching models with you.
Yeah.
And, and the thing is, I'm going to just say that God opened our hearts
He
to
did.
something new,
Yeah.
to something more,
Mm-hmm.
because He laid it on your heart to be receptive. And then He laid it on my heart then to be patient, and I could give you all the coaching verbal that I didn't even know back then,
Yeah.
of what was going on. So, um, that was our turning moment, where it's like, ooh, I was really controlling. I felt I was very controlling too. Um, I'm telling you, I talked myself off the ledge every day.
Yeah.
Like when Jake turned 18 and I went to the bank with him, signed over his money,
So,
you know, let
yeah.
her get her driver's license, and I left the next day on vacation.
Yeah, that was.
That's called letting go. And and that's where that's where I'm growing all the time too, letting go.
Mhm.
And um, so yeah, I'm losing my train of thought. So
Yeah.
go for it.
Yeah, where it's like mom's been able to coach me through a lot growing up, and then
You gotta go like this. It takes a little more calories, but it's okay. I can't even I'm starting to cry even. It's okay. Those are good moments, Those are the moments when we can just realize, that um that you can see the beauty in God's handwork
Mhm.
is what you realize, of like where we could go down this path of destruction, and then but we come back and we come to these growth moments. It's pretty
Exactly.
cool.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm not a cute crier either. Yeah,
But who cares? I'm not a cute crier either. You guys, I have asked my coach how to like control your tears in public because I despise crying on stage. And you guys, when I watched my coaching Zoom calls, okay, humility's gone. Or no, that's not what I meant. All my dignity is gone.
exactly. I guess, yeah. I felt like I was such a bad daughter was the things where I think I felt so I'm not exactly even sure, but yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I think it's so hard for me. And it's like I already knew I'd be crying in this podcast, but yeah,
Oh,
and it's why I'm also like so glad. It's like mom was able to coach me through all the growing pains and all of the mindset pains, and there was so much I had to learn that mom was able to be right there by me. And yeah, and that's why I think it's such a blessing when it's like when kids talk about never getting along with their parents, I'm just like, I am so sorry because I absolutely love my mom. I adore her. She has done so much for me, and I'm just like, I'm so sorry for all those mothers and daughters who were where we were, but they
yeah.
don't know how to move forward, which is that's what I want to do right now, is encourage you daughters out there. It can be so hard. There will be times you'll just want to break down, but you know what? Give your mom patience, give them love, give them time.
Yeah, we give each other time.
We have to give each other time now, but
Yeah. And that's why I am so grateful. And I just firmly believe in my heart that everything happens in God's timing and on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I would not have been strung or whatever it would be, tested,
Yeah.
then I probably wouldn't have been open to my coach and
Yeah.
her teaching me the coaching models. And but God had to lay it on my heart to be humble also,
Mm-hmm.
because then I wouldn't have been open to what she said. And that's where
Yeah.
God had to lay it on your heart to be open.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
anyways, all right. So coming back in episode 2, we want to talk about that. Who knows? You never know.
Exactly.
Let's go with you never know.
You never
It may
know.
be another boohooing session. It may be a healing session. It may be, I don't know. But just let me just tell you this. Parents, don't think you always know it all because okay, well, we're gonna go on one more little rabbit trail here, okay?
This one.
Because I coach on this too in health. Because people be like, well, my doctor said, and as soon as someone says, my doctor said, and I ask them the next question. So how old are you? Whatever, 37. Okay. You're 37, and how long have you lived in your body? Well, 37. And how often do you see your doctor? I don't know, like when I need to go. Okay, so what, every 3 years? Good.
Yeah.
You see him every 15 minutes. You see him 15 minutes every 3 years, and now he
Mhm.
all of a sudden knows more about your body than you do.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so you know what, parents? She only lived in me 9 months, and now she's been living on,
Earth for 16 and a half years
well, no, it'll be
in my body.
15 years and 11 months
Yeah.
or whatever,
The brain's
if I
starting
can
to
do the
think.
math. You know what? You know more about your feelings than I do. And that's
Yeah.
why we got 2 ears and one mouth and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So we can learn to listen to our children. Because ultimately that's what I want. I want to feel seen and I want you to feel heard and I want you to hear that I'm out of
Yeah.
inspiration right now.
Message received.
Message received. So we will
Yeah.
see you guys all next week, and we are so excited. And I hope that this episode has blessed you. And like I say, we just go unscripted because we're just having the real conversations, and you never know where this goes and who it'll help. And all glory to God that we are where we are.
Right. Goodbye, y'all.
Thank you so much for spending this time with us on the Inspired Journey podcast. If this conversation has resonated with you, we'd be so grateful if you shared it with a friend or on your social media. That's how we keep these conversations growing. We'll see you next time as we keep rising and growing, perfectly imperfect.